welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
Things already rolling. Oh, they could be caught out here. Saban. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, we all know about the pace and the running strength of this fella, Bradley Barcola, Peter. But what's impressed me most is the maturity and intelligence in his play. His link-up game is highly effective and he's just as capable of...
Impressive jump! Mayulu kept his eye on it, and he's there. Beraldo. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Has a look up and delivers. He's shooting! That's a fair try, but just off target. Mayulu. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Paris Saint-Germain really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Fabian Ruiz. He's looking wide. Now Hernandez. Barcola. Gomez wins the duel this time. Andreas Pereira. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way. There's the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Aos 33 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's having a hit! Off the post! Andreas Pereira gets a foot in here. He'll try from distance!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Well read, nice interception. And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Palmeiras finding themselves behind by just 1 goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Palmeiras really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Beraldo, Marquinhos, Mayulu, Lee Kang In, and it's Ruiz. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly.
And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Tries to play it through. Vitor Roque engages and forces him off the ball. Tapani, good strong midfield running here. Andreas Pereira. Tries to pass it through. Still just a single goal between the sides. The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he is dashing away. Cross deep. He leaps for it. It's in. Palmeiras are all square. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Paulinho. Threads one in. He plays one through. Vitinha can get it clear. Felipe Anderson stood his ground strongly. And it's Felipe Anderson. Kvaratskhelia. Now, can they get him away? Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Now it's Paulinho. Knocks it into space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he was quick to react. Andreas Pereira. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That's going to go a long way. Distributed tidily. Hakimi. João Neves. Some good work on the right flank here. Now it's Barcola. Now Fabian Ruiz. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely weighted ball. Dembele! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Camisa 10.
Palmeiras are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very leggy.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
And that's a throw-in. Vitinha. Real chance! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Marquinhos, great vision. 4 extra minutes added on. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Pereira. It's a promising position. Takes aim and... Oh, good effort! He's got a goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And time is up. Paris Saint-Germain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Dembele claiming the Man of the Match award.